What's your position? What's the position of PEDPA to LagosRide?
Thank you very much. Position of PEDPA, as far as LagosRide is concerned, is a welcome development. We at PEDPA, we see LagosRide as a pace setter to address all the complaints of the e-hailing drivers, perhaps the customers who complain about irregularities of the existing application.
How do you mean? How do you mean to come in to address all of these complaints?
Part of this is proper profiling of the drivers and the customers, because e-hailing drivers has been a soft target to some criminal element who rob us at gunpoint because of inadequate security measures on e-hailing platform. And we've been on here. If you go to our website, the solution is already on our website.
Okay.
PEDPA was part of e-hailing regulative guidelines in Lagos State, and we were able to table all these gray areas before the Lagos State Ministry of Transportation. Now, LagosRide is coming up with central control cameras.
Okay.
360-degree cameras. What happens inside the vehicles and what happens outside. If anybody knows that this measure has been put in play, it will scare any criminal-minded away from attacking
Or perpetrating any evil.
Secondly, we have had cases of abuse on while you are on a trip, because there is nothing to prove. You understand that who is it driver that is at the wrong side or the customers? And in most cases, the app company will just take the side of the customers,
Right.
and block the driver's account. But in this, there is going to be a measure in place, you understand, to address that area, the conflict. Secondly, we're talking about low fare. One interesting thing Lagos State has brought on board with this LagosRide is profitability for the drivers.
Oh, okay.
Which we made mention of it. That we understand that the existing app company wants the transport to be much affordable as possible, but at the detriment of the e-hailing drivers who run this taxi business. Then why can't you introduce a carpooling, a situation whereby two different customers can join a ride and pay less and the drivers earn more? But this method, LagosRide has been able to put this in place, which we have tested it.
Okay.
Let me use, for instance, from Badore to Victoria Island, a trip of 2,500 to 3,000 on a regular e-hailing transport platform. The same thing on LagosRide. But the LagosRide give a method where 2-3 riders, customers, can share their ride, provided that there is a security already being put in place.
Okay.
Then the customer can pay less, as low as 1,500 against 2,500 to 3,000.
Because it will be two of them that will share it. How does this benefit the driver then?
The drivers then we have opportunity to earn like 4,500 to 6,000 on the same distance trip. The customer that are in the same location going towards the same destination. This will even ease the burden of traffic. A lot of Lagosians wants to go with their ride because we don't have a safe transport system. With the introduction of LagosRide, a lot of people will keep their vehicle at home.
Let's discuss the elephant in the room, which is the cost of acquiring this brand new car that the Lagos State government in partnership with GAC is giving to e-hailing drivers at subsidized rates. Let's just face it. What's the cost of the car, and what is the funding mechanism like?
Thank you. The car in the market is ranging between the 30 million to 40 million.
The car in the market.
So I don't know how the government manages to bring it down to us at the rate of 7.5 million.
Oh wow!
You understand? So maybe the import duty.
Well, the car, I understand, is being assembled here in Lagos.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, so all the spare parts are here. You understand? Then
what's the funding mechanism like? What's the procedure for funding? I mean, if you're a driver now, what is the process like?
Okay, thank you. The car is 7.5 million.
Okay.
7.5 million. Then value added service, where the security gadget and the phone and what have you, and some services around.
Because a mobile phone, a smartphone will be given to the driver as well. Okay.
As well, you understand? Okay. Then the security gadget is part of the service as well. So that one is ranging around 300 something thousand. Okay. Added to it, making 7.8. So as a driver, if you want to benefit, you understand, so you raise 1.8 million. You understand? Which cover the equity, 20% equity contribution of 7.5 million, with the value added service about 300 and something thousand. But we as a union, we told them that even for driver to raise 50,000 naira, you understand, it's almost impossible, because we struggle, you understand, to survive. So, and thank God the Ibile Holding introduced about 2 banks to us, you understand, to give our members the facility of the 20% equity contribution. And today we've gotten approval from notable banks, you understand, to borrow our members this equity contribution. You know, this is business anyway.
Yes, it is.
So
it is.
And we get a very discounted rate, you understand, with the banks.
How easy is this for drivers to pay back? And what's the tenor for paying back?
It's 4 years. Minimum of 2 years, maximum of 4 years. And in our conversation, we still create a window, you understand, in case of any eventuality, the tenor can still be extended. Maybe in case of pandemic, a civil unrest, you understand, all that cannot be added, you understand, to the duration. So that conversation is already on ground.
What's the feasibility of paying back that loan in 4 years?
With the price mechanism, if the driver is making 20,000 on conventional app companies, he will make 35,000 to 40,000 on LagosRide.
You are sure of that?
I'm very sure. Yes, I'm with the price mechanism. I'm a veteran in the industry. I have thousands of history of trips on both Uber and Bolt. So I know the calculations. But with LagosRide method, the drivers will gain 80 to 100% increase compared to the conventional.
Yeah, can I remain anonymous?
Oh,
please?
sure, please do.
Yeah, I was involved in the BRUT implementation as an expert in transportation several years ago. I've been in transportation in Lagos State Government. I have a license to run ties in Lagos State Government, but I did not implement it. Can I tell you something?
Tell us, please.
These vehicles are political, come with political motive.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what happens in the next 2-3 years. You won't see any of these ties on the road. I've been involved in transport in Lagos for over 20 years, and I know what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's good idea, no doubt about that, but it's better they come clear to tell us they want to dash people vehicles for them to use, probably for political motive.